Hello, and welcome to the Broke PhD podcast. I'm your host, Dr. G. On this episode, I want to talk about how I am planning to expand the scope of Broke PhD podcasts. First, I want to share and reiterate what Broke and Broke PhD podcast means. Broke is an acronym, and it stands for Building Relationships or Kindling Emotions. As such, with every episode, I plan to build a relationship between myself and you, the listeners, in creating a community where we can collectively navigate our own journeys rather than feeling like we are tackling things on our own. In building a community and building this relationship, I want you all to know that you are not alone in your journeys, you're not alone in your experiences, but there are others out there who have gone through things that are similar to what you are going through or who have felt similar emotions to what you might be feeling. Additionally, with these episodes and with this podcast, I plan to kindle emotions. And kindle means evoke or bring out. So I want to evoke or bring out emotions from you, the listeners. Emotions allow us to feel more connected. And through kindling emotions, it allows us to have that deeper connectivity within our community. When I started this podcast, I started it as a healing journey. I had a lot of emotions pent up and a lot of experiences that I needed to share about navigating the world of higher education. And now that I'm a year post finishing my PhD program, I realize that life is more than just your educational program and that we as humans are multifaceted. And education and an educational program is just one part of a large picture that makes up an individual. And so, just like I'm changing and growing and evolving, I needed and I want Broke PhD to change and grow and evolve. And as such, instead of just sharing the stories of individuals who are navigating higher education, I plan to share the stories of others and my own stories about navigating life in general. Life is such a wild ride. And there are so many stories and so many experiences that are oftentimes left out of the narrative or ignored. And so I want Broke PhD Podcast to be that platform that can elevate those voices and provide them with an opportunity to share their stories and to be heard. All of us just want to be heard. And so I really want to evolve and expand the scope of Broke PhD Podcast to focus on sharing life experiences. I am excited to be able to share all of these stories and all of these experiences. And I hope you, the listeners, will be able to take some insight and gain some new understandings that will aid you as you navigate your own life journey. So I hope for those listeners that have been with me from the beginning that you are also excited for this change and this shift. But I know change can be scary. And if this is your last journey with me, thank you for your support so far. And if you're new to this Broke PhD podcast family, welcome. And I'm so excited that you will get to embark on this journey of sharing so many more stories and again, expanding the scope of Broke PhD podcasts. Well, that concludes this episode, but I am so excited to have you on this journey with me. And if you are interested in learning more about Broke PhD podcasts, then please go check out the website brokephdpodcast.shop to continue to follow along. And I'm wishing you all the best. And no matter where you are in your journey, remember you got this. Again, I'm your host, Dr. G, and I hope you have a wonderful day.